ये बता पेमेंट आई है या नहीं आई? तो मेरे को ये बता सब छोड़।
Lakshit, please mute yourself.
पेमेंट करिए।
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
So, if anybody has been left with the project presentation, just write your names in the chat box. Nobody is left for the presentation. Yesterday, I guess 5 students were left. Yes, Prasad, we can start the presentation.
Hello, I'm audible, ma'am.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Now my screen is visible, ma'am.
Not
Hello.
yet. No, Prasad, it is not visible. Yes, now it is visible.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So basically, I'm just seeing you firstly UI and after then moving code base part. Okay. So this is static website built using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So basically, I'm uh, develop my website for the particular gym that is Bodycraft Fitness. Okay. So it has a navigation bar with home, about us, services, schedule, testimonial, and contact pages. The home page display a background image with a fitness logo. That part is card. This one is card-based part. There is if I am clicking anyone in service, then directly I am going our service page. Basically, if I'm explaining, I will explain this one is also. For that is my tutor part. So after then, since it's static, the content doesn't change dynamically. All pages are coded manually without a database. So no including any database, only purely HTML, CSS, and JavaScript base this website. Okay, then about us page. So basically, there is a small description uh, about gym and trainer in, then trainer introduction. This means is founder, head trainer, and yoga wellness coach, personal trainer, and function trainer. Okay. Then moving next on services. So there is different services like cardio, functional fitness, weight lifted. This is also card-based page. Okay. And each service can be sold in a card, like image and small description about that particular uh, session. Okay. So then schedule page, coming schedule page, workout schedule is Monday to Sunday workout schedule day by day. So just I'm showing here gym timing and what schedule that particular like yoga, Zumba, like that. Then testimonial parts. These are client reviews or success stories uh, about gym members. Okay. And there is a photo plus short photo and short feedback of members. Then contact page. So there I embedded a map, a live map of gym. This is a bodycraft fitness gym. So you can zoom here also. So this is a basically uh, live location about the gym. A simple contact form here. You have any query about the gym. So you just name, type name. Yeah. So there is using JavaScript code here. So after then get in touch like gym address, phone number, and email address. So after then moving, we are in a code base. There is this is the main page of my website index page. So there so this is a header part. So I'm separated header and footer and bind here. So this is my footer part. This is a header also. So then style CSS about website. All CSS I combine here, and this is my project documentation like header section, hero section, service section. So basically, is a little bit flow chart of my website. Okay. So there is a folder. So CSS folder structure. So I'm just explaining folder structure. So this is my style CSS. So I separately included in folder. So about my site, all images and icons I kept here in public folder, and rest of the files, remaining files, I just keep there on my path. So there is hero section. So I just show here my slogan and background image of. So I'm just code here, and this is a service section. Card base. This one is card base section. I just included here in a service section, service class, and this is my footer part. So okay, this is footer. I just embedded here and code separately. So I just keep this is also about HTML. So I just contain short description about my gym. I just keep here and like testimonials. Uh, uh, just meet our team. This card section I just kept here in about section. Okay. So same here in contact page. I just first I kept footer header and last I just kept footer, and between footer and header section I just do I just did code about my all site, all about my website. So, hello ma'am. Hello.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, this is from my side.
Okay. It is a good website, and even how you have kept your files, that is also good. All the public files and all the CSS files.
Yeah.
Good job.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
You can stop the sharing now. Prajwal, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Okay. Yes, you are audible, and now you may start your presentation.
Sure. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Sure. My project is a product launch website. I've used basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I've used like navbar for features, pricing, gallery, and testimonials. And there is a hero section where there is a small description of the product, and there is one uh, image inside. And there is another section for all the product features, like about the what the product is about and all the features about the product. And then there is a small gallery for so like show the images of the product. So there's a gallery for that. I use the grid structure for that. And for the testimonials, I've added a slider so they can check the previous and next and check all the testimonials of the users. And the product countdown date, like the launch begins in and the countdown will start like till September 30th. It will show the countdown will come down. And CSS is just basic CSS. For some parts I use just for you reusing the same colors. Basic for body, navbar for hero section. And in JavaScript, it's only for the slider. So it will track when the user will click previous or next. It will slider will move according to that. And the next one is for the date, the countdown for the launch. And I also added for the smaller section for if it is a mobile and all. The navbar will show as the the grid that show button. Let me show the website now. Is the website visible? Hello.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. This is my website. It's a processor launch, the new product. So navbar, if you click on features, it will come to the features. It's in a grid format. And for a pricing, it will show the custom all the prices which users can buy the product for it. And gallery is the images. And I've added the transform effect when you hover on that. And this is the testimonials, the slider, previous and next. And this is the product countdown. The till this date, the launch begins in the product will get countdown. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So good job. Your website is very good looking. The UI
Thank
is good. And what other features you will be adding later on?
I can add the live reply, like the live users can post their reviews live, and the it will get updated automatically. I can use JavaScript to store it locally and then display it. And for the more product, when it actually goes live, I can add like actual product details, like more details about that and videos
Yeah.
regarding the product performance.
Okay. Good job. It is a very unique project that I have seen till now. Very good.
Thank
Daniel,
Hello, ma'am. I'm
are you?
audible?
Yes, you are audible, and now you may start the presentation.
Okay. Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes.
So, ma'am, first I am showing code which I made a personal portfolio. for my personal use. 1 second. So this is code part, ma'am. I just create a simple portfolio using HTML, Tailwind CSS, and JavaScript. So I divided my code into 5 sections: header, 5 sections, and a footer. So header section contains navbar, where I use an navigation link and to to go to my page. And for the section part, and I use the first section is hero section, where there is little bit of my detail and my tech stack. And the second section is about me section, where is more detail of my career. And third section is technical skills section, where I use mostly JavaScript to show my skills, as it is here. I dynamically show my skills as it's easier to show. So I created a array which contains all my skills and show it dynamically using create element. And come to the next section, which is project section, where I showcase my projects and skills I have used to create those projects. And the contact section, which is the last section of my project, and my details and my phone numbers and my email address. And the last section is the footer section to end up my project. So this is the code part, and I'm showing my project. So this is my portfolio, man. Where I use, and the first is the header part. I already told you that this is my name and the navigation links to go through my page. This is my little bit detail and my about section, where my detail are. And this is the skill part, where my all front end, back end, and tools that I have learned through my career. And this is my project. So this image is actual image of my project, because I already posted it. So I use the image, and this one is the I get this image from Google Images, as this project is still on development. So I didn't use the actual image. And this is the end part, which is the contact section, my name, my email address, and for anyone wants to send me message, so they can type and send me message. That's all, ma'am. That's all, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, yes.
Is anything
So
missing, ma'am?
yes, you may you can enhance it later. Like since you have already given the project section, so add the domains, live domains that you have got from the when you have deployed them, and multiple features you can add in your portfolio as well later on.
Yeah,
Apart from that, for this week, it is a good website.
thank you.
Kanika,
Yes, ma'am, I'm right here. Am I audible?
okay. Yes, you are audible, and now you may start the presentation.
Okay, ma'am. What I'm presenting today is a basic portfolio website, and this is the HTML structure for my personal portfolio website. It's divided
Your
into
screen is
sections.
a little blurred to me. Is it for others also?
Mm,
Yes, ma'am.
I I guess
Kanika,
that's
we are
because
not
of
able to see the screen clearly.
1 second, ma'am. I just go and alter my connection. 1 second. Excuse me, ma'am. Is it visible now?
It is still blurred.
I don't know, ma'am. It is because of internet connection.
Try to fix it. Till then, I will take others' presentation.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes,
Can you see it now? Is it visible? I made
it
some
is
changes
still
to
blurred.
my. Can I orally explain it as much as I can?
Okay.
1 second, ma'am. Is this also blurry?
Yes, it is slightly blurred, but we can see
Okay,
the
ma'am.
components.
Okay, ma'am. Let me uh, explain the code first, then we will head back to this. So this is the HTML structure of my personal portfolio website. It's divided into sections like about skills, projects, and context so that someone can quickly understand who I am and what I do and how to reach me. Uh, the This section is header and navigation section. The top bar has my name, initials, and a navigation menu. There's a toggle button for mobile views, that's like hamburger menu. The hire me button acts as a quick call to action. Now moving on to the hero section. This is a basic introduction that hi, I am Kanika, and it includes my location, email, and socials. On the other side, there is a card showing CGPA, projects, and graduation year, like a quick resume snapshot. Uh, the about section is a summary of my skills and career goals. Now moving on to the actual skills section, it is broken into categories like languages, frameworks, tools, and concepts. It is easy to scan using chip style tags. Uh, the next is my project section, in which I have mentioned each project with a title, a timeline, the bullet points, and links. It shows my more technical skills and the work I have done. The next section is my education, certifications, and role sections. I have kept this short and precise. The next section is context section, in which I have given cards for my email, LinkedIn, and GitHub. Uh, Now the footer section auto updates the year with JavaScript, and the back to top button for basically for user convenience. Now for the CSS, at the top we define the custom properties like bg1 text accent, etc. This adds act like a theme for the site, like a consistent background colors, text color, shadows. if you change a single variable, it is updated across the whole website. Um, Now for the background styling, uh, I have kept an animated gradient background always moving softly to keep the page alive. The background noise, a noise texture overlay for a modern grainy feel. Uh, for the layout and responsiveness, the dot container keeps content centered and limited to a maximum width. The media queries adjust spacing and layout for both the tablets and mobiles. Uh, I have also used glass forms by dot card and dot glass libraries. This is like the CSS for all the sections such as header, hero, skills, projects, education, footer, and for the JavaScript, this it's for mobile navigation toggle. When it clicked, it toggles a CSS class dot open on the navigation. That's but make it for the menu slide in and out for mobile. It also updates area expanded for accessibility. Screen readers know if the menu is open. Uh, and for smooth scrolling, any link started with a hashtag will smoothly scroll to the section instead of jumping. When you click a link, it also closes the nav menu if it was open. Now let me show you the website. This is the hamburger menu I was talking about. And if we expand it, it goes like this. This is about section in which we can get small links for everything. The projects, get in touch, and socials. And if we scroll down, we'll get a summary, then the technical skills, then the projects, all the ongoing and completed with their deadlines. Now that's the education section, the certifications, the positions of responsibilities I ever held, and these are the cards to contact me, and that's the scroll to top icon. So that's it, ma'am.
Okay, good job. Your now your website was visible to me,
Okay.
and even you have presented it very well. Very good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Vaishnavi,
Yes, ma'am.
yes. Now you
Ma'am,
may start your presentation.
okay, ma'am. Ma'am, my screen is visible. Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Uh, I created a simple Maharashtrian festivals website which gives information about festivals in Maharashtra state. Firstly, I had to create the festivals, Indian festivals website, but that contains lots of festivals. So I created. Firstly, I created only my state, cited from my state, which is Maharashtra, and I included all festivals in that, and I simply gives information about the month, description, significance, traditions, and special foods. And stylists also have maintained simple style like related to that festival. that festival related image I included as a background, and like that style or design I included for all festivals. And I want to create the e-commerce website plus cultural, but in as a first step, I included only information about festivals and food, which is used or which is in that festival according to. And I want to add in my project that e-commercial website to small businesses and startups can include their uh, means lot of things which is used in that particular festivals. For locals, becomes easy to export their small things, or sell their small things like fruits, flowers, whichever that. So I want to uh, give that two things in one website, information also, cultural information also, and e-commercial platform also. So I simply used JavaScript for that curtain style. So only that particular style I used JavaScript, because I don't uh, I have not more information about JavaScript, knowledge about JavaScript, and I simply created separate div sections for that particular festival link. So customer customer can click on the image and go to that related festival page and uh, see the information about that festival. And also login page, simple, that also I created simple style, and registration page also. And contact and about section is later I can improve it. And later I will improve it. And I created simple login and registration page. So that is my step to provide cultural information.
Okay. It is a very good website actually. I really love the concept behind that. And you can also enhance it for the whole India. Very well done.
Okay, thank you,
I
ma'am.
really liked your project. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Rocky, you can start your presentation now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, now you may start the presentation.
Okay. Okay, am I visible screen?
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. Today is present my project, a hotel landing page, and this website is designed to showcase hotel and features room and service, and also allow customers to check availability and make booking online. So first of all, first section is a header section, and multiple and section, and the first section is a the main purpose of this website is to highlight the hotel's features and facilities,
and to let visitor check availability and book rooms, and to give clear information about pricing, services, and contact details. And the first section is hero section and home banner. It makes the first impression with a big hero image and a welcoming message. And here we also have a booking from where customer can select check-in, check-out. Also, check-in, check-out. Date and number of guests there at a book now button as a call to action. And the next section is uh, about section. This section introduce the hotel, give a small description about the service and the overall vibe. It also has a button that takes you to explore services information details like this. And next the room section and highlights different rooms types from example classic room and for a budget friendly stay and deluxe room for a more and comfort comfortable and royal suite for a luxury experience. Each room it is shown with its price and details. Uh, and next in the service section, the hotel highlight what uh, what they offer like spa and wellness restaurant, swimming pool, and conference hall. This helps customer know what facilities are available. The restaurant section, so restaurant and swimming pool, and conference hall like this. And next the team section. Team section. Introduce the staff like the manager and reception officer and the master chef that makes the website feel more personal and trustworthy. And next the gallery section. So high quality photos of the hotel rooms and pool and dining and other facilities features help customers imagine the experience. And here we have pricing section. Plans, for example, for economic plans for a basic stay and standard plans for more comfortable and premium for royal, royal and premium or royal and for luxury service. This gives customers a clear idea, a budget option, and this form is uh, now. And the last section we have the blog section. Uh, Here the hotel can share articles, travel tips, and updates. This is useful for guests who want to know about nearby attraction, hotel news, or travel advice. It also helps keep the website fresh and the last section is footer section, and this is my part of and it is a HTML code, and the first section is nav. I am use two CSS file. And first of all, CSS file a responsive style, and the second CSS style means CSS style. And multiple sections, and first of all, navbar section, and ma'am, sorry ma'am, then a fully responsive website and responsiveness, and this is ma'am mobile responsiveness, and mobile responsive, and tab device responsive, and this ma'am tab responsive, and so it is, and it is my JavaScript code. Mm, and it is a CSS code, like main
I think
CSS
your
code,
screen
and
is
a
stuck.
response.
Rocky, I think your screen is stuck.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Yes, now I am able to see your CSS file.
Okay, ma'am. Net problem, ma'am. Mm, So, can I visible, ma'am?
Yes, yes, it is visible now.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am, your responsive CSS. Ma'am, first of all, code is a desktop screening 199 pixel, and second is a tab device is creating size 991 pixel, and last of all is a mobile device screening 767 pixel, and this is my website now. So, yeah.
I am not able to see your website.
And visible screen, ma'am? Can I visible?
Yes, screen is visible.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, it is my website. Thank you.
Okay. I am not able to see your website.
Net problem.
Okay, okay, no problem. I think
Okay.
it is a network
No problem,
problem.
sir. Yes, yes,
No
yes.
problem. Okay, fine. That is, so you have made all the files and even you have added responsiveness. Very well done.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
You
you.
can just paste the screenshot of your website. I will see that.
Okay, ma'am.
Arjun Kumar,
Yes, ma'am.
so you want to present your project?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you can start now. Anybody else who has been left apart from Nikhil and Arjun to present their project? Okay, so if anybody has been left, you can just write your name in the chat box.
Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, it is. Your screen is visible.
Okay, my name is Ravi Kumar. I have made my personal portfolio. That's my index file. That is my header section. In navbar, I created one hamburger section. I have created profile. I'm adding in animation like AOS, DataOS, right. That's my hero section. Hello.
Yes, you are audible, Arjun.
That's my social section like LinkedIn, GitHub, Insta. I added resume sections, added contact section, about sections, project sections, like that. That's my contact section. If someone message me, I have receive message. That pop-up window. If someone message, then show pop-up window, message sent to the fully. That's my footer section. I have added subscribe button. If someone mail, enter mail and message, send and say submit button, then I am receive message. And that's my bottom footer.
And your screen is not visible, Arjun.
Visual ma'am.
Yes.
That's my website. I've added a home section, about section, still click about button, animation source, that's my project section. I've added 3 projects. I've activated the link view on GitHub. If link, then show the project. That's my project. That's my e-commerce website. And that's my transmitter button.
Arjun, your mic has been muted.
Audible ma'am?
Yes.
That's my header. If someone print out resume, the resume might be ordered. If someone message me, the message I received. That's my bottom section. footer. All social media is active. LinkedIn, Twitter. If someone subscribe, if someone message me, then enter a mail and message and send. I receive message. I have added contact section like that. That my privacy policies all active. In all section I have a animation. That's my project now.
Okay. It is a good project. You have added multiple features, and you may add few photos of your project that you have added.
Yes, ma'am.
Apart from that, I think it is a good project. You have covered all the features that must be in your portfolio. Very well done.
Thank you.
Nikhil,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, start your presentation now. Anybody else who has been left?
I created a personal portfolio. At first, I have a navbar. After that, I have a home section. After this, I have a about section, in which I also added my resume. After that, I have a skill section. Mm, After that, I have a project section, and at last, I have a contact section. In my JavaScript file, uh, first I have a code for dark or light mode, like this. After that, I have a code for act for active link. This work like this. When we are scrolling, our active link is changing in navbar. This code is for only for animation, and at last, this code is for contact section. When we submit, we get this message. Other than this, this is my homepage, and we can download resume from here. And this is my skill. And in a project section, we can see GitHub code. And we can also see our live demo. And this is also a responsive website. That's all about my website.
Okay, it is a good website. There are multiple features and the skills and projects. Good job.
Thank you.
Yes, Chandan. Are you there? Ayushman? Sorry, Anshuman.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you can then start the presentation.
Okay. As my screen is visible. Hello.
Yes.
Yes. So, ma'am, this is my personal portfolio website, and this is my HTML code, and this is CSS, and this is JS. So this in HTML code we have a sections wise, and this section is like navigation bar, and this is the my section like it's tell about myself. Like my name is Anton Shukla. I have a full stack. I am a full stack developer, and I created this, and this is my about section is also like same, and this is the skill section. It's tell about what I know and what I have mastered in this skill JavaScript, React, and I have used CSS for I use class for CSS, and this is my project section, which tell about how much many I have created my project, and this is the context section, and this is the last footer section. In CSS, I have used for smooth scrolling CSS. It is a part of body for a whole structure, and this is never CSS, and this is also never CSS. And it is the most I have tell you that I have learned from a chat GPT for after this code is a from chat GPT because I don't know the outline of the navas icon. So I have learned from the chat GPT, and I have learned lots of things from it. And hamburger when we use mobile and when I use this website in mobile, then we use this CSS for better you. And this is my hero section CSS, and this is for my animations. So yeah, this is my buttons CSS. This is section. Okay, so not with me. And the JS, I have used the JS for scroll animation, like smooth scrolling. When we click on the navigations button, that's when we reach on the that section. So the scrolling part is smooth. That's why we use this JS part. And when we open my website, then the text animation is also there. So this is the part of the text animation. That's it. So now I'll show you my project. So my project is visible, ma'am. Hello.
Yes.
Yes. So this is my portfolio. This is a home. I have told you that like when I hover it, then underline is like animation form. I have learned this one from ChatGPT and I like it. This is that. And when we click it, this scrolling part just like this. So it is also used by JS. This is my project. I have not deployed it now, so it is not in picture, and this link is not available there. And this is the context section, and this is the footer, and this is the skill part. This, this is my project now. Thank you.
Okay. It is a good portfolio. You have got the projects. You start the live links. So it will be completed for now. And then you may add some new features as well, like downloading the resume directly. And
Yes.
yeah, good job. Chandan, are you there? Okay, anybody else who has left for the presentation? Okay, so have you all done the last activity that I gave you yesterday? Adding few components in your main file, app.jsx. Have you tried it at your end also? So any doubts till here? Anything you did not understood or you have just explored something new? Rocky, you will need to take the screenshot and copy that uh, screenshot and then you have to paste it over here. Anything you did not understood, we can discuss it. I'm sharing my screen. Just let me know if it is visible to you all. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So today we will start with React.js expressions. So one of the most powerful feature of JSX is the ability to embed JavaScript expressions. So what happens over here is that we can directly provide the expressions and React will calculate it and give us the result. For example, over here, what they are doing, they are just have created a car component and inside the return function, they are giving the first heading, and inside the paragraph, they are directly trying to evaluate an expression by providing the curly braces, and that is how we can just calculate any expression and we can get the answer. So that is what JavaScript helps us with. We can directly calculate the expressions on our web page by using the HTML code. What are the variables? Variables are also valid expressions. Insert variables in JSX by wrapping it in curly braces. Again, we have to provide the curly braces for whatever dynamic functionality. See, do you all know what is dynamic functionality and static functionality? Okay, Chandan, you can share the screenshot. Do you all know the dynamic functionality and static functionality? You must have heard this word previously. So just unmute yourself and tell me, or you can write in the chat box. Yes, that's correct. So basically, over here we can see that whatever changes that we are making is dynamic because we are not giving a fixed value. Fixed value is it has horsepower. These words will be directly printed on our web page directly, and that is why these are static information. But this particular information over here, which is covered inside these braces, is dynamic. That will be changed later on, and so whenever we are using dynamic things, we will cover it with these curly braces. Like over here also, they have provided a function a variable and we are passing this variable to this particular paragraph and that is why we have covered this variable inside the curly braces. So Dynamic thing is that whenever you have to integrate or render any dynamic property, dynamic functionality or dynamic variables, you will be needing these curly braces to render them. Then we have these function calls. Function calls are valid expressions. Insert function calls in JSX by wrapping it in curly braces. Again, this functionality is a dynamic thing, and that is why we are wrapping it inside the curly braces. Everyone knows that functions are the reusable codes that we just define the functions before, and then we can use those functions multiple times. Over here, they have just created a function that will convert a kilowatt power to horsepower, and whenever this function will be called over here, like they have provided this 218 as parameter inside as argument inside this parameter, and when this function will be called, it will directly calculate the value, and the converted value of kilowatt to horsepower will be uh, console in the output section in the web page basically. Then we have the object properties in JSX. So we can also define the object inside our JSX like we do in JavaScript also. And whenever we want to access any of the properties of our object, we can directly write my object, and using the dot operator, the properties of the object or the methods of the object, we can find it. And that will be also covered inside the curly braces because it is a dynamic property. So just okay. So first of all, this car component is being created inside which they have created this power variable. So first of all, what will come? Yes. So first of all, starting of our element will come, and we will have to close this element. Apart from that, it has power. So this will be consoled inside the power. So what will be the answer for this particular fill in the blanks? Curly braces. Yes, curly braces. So this curly brace will come over here, and this will be coming over here. Power is the variable, and this whole is the expression. Both are the dynamic functionalities. Let's check them out. That is the correct answer. I hope everybody is clear why the fill in the blanks have to be filled with the start of this particular element and then the curly braces.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Hello. Before the ma'am power text, we add the matlab curly bracket. We also
Yes.
need to add the dollar sign to add variable.
No, that is not required. That is the JavaScript functionality. Over here, we can skip that dollar sign.
Okay, okay.
Okay, coming to JSX attributes. JSX allows you to insert attributes into HTML elements, but there are few important differences. Like it is a little different from other JavaScript that you have done previously. In the JavaScript, we define our class name as class attribute, but now whenever we use React, we use this as class name. And even when you will integrate your Tailwind CSS with React.js, you will see that will be using this type of keyword only for the class name. So what it is saying, the class attribute is a much used attribute in HTML, but since JSX is rendered as JavaScript and the class keyword is reserved word in the JavaScript, you are not allowed to use in the JSX. So they have just given the another keyword for you because that is already used in the JavaScript, and we render JSX with JavaScript. That is why they have provided you with another keyword. That is class name in the camel case. When JSX is rendered, it translates class name attribute into class attributes. So over here, they have given the class name to this particular h1 element, and that is my class. So what is the difference between, okay, so here they are telling us expressions as attributes. You can also use JavaScript expressions as attribute values. That is very useful for dynamic attributes. So whenever we have to create dynamic functionalities, as I told you, we will wrap it in the um, curly braces, and we can also provide the expressions as attributes. For example, over here, they have created this variable X, and this class name will be called as my class, which is being created or being tried to create using the variable and providing a dynamic functionality over this code. It is a very simple example that they are providing, that you can also name any class name via variable that you will pass it inside the curly braces. For example, you have multiple elements inside your HTML page or the React.js page. You can directly provide this X uh, variable to the class name, and all those elements will be having the same class. So whenever you will provide the properties for those class names, we can your all the um, properties will be defined for those particular elements. It is a very simple example, but you can use it when you will create a major project for yourself. Then you have this camel case event attributes. So event attributes in JSX are written in camel case. So basically camel case means that the first word will be in the small letters, and whenever any another word that has a meaning will be start from the capital letter. Over here, camel is written in the small case, and then the case, which is another word that has a meaning, starts from the capital letter. That is the camel case for you. We have lowercase apart from this, where all the letters, all the words, letters inside the word will be in the small case, and we have uppercase also, in which all the letters will be in the uppercase, basically the capital letters. Next, we have these Boolean attributes. So whenever we think of Boolean, it is true or false. So we can provide the Boolean values to any variable, and that can also be rendered. What is happening over here? First of all, they have just created the car component, and inside that, it is generating an alert like the pop-up menu that will say hello world to us. And whenever what that will return, this particular function, it will, whenever this button will be clicked, what will happen? This my function will be rendered, and it will call this my function. So when the button will be clicked, it will generate us. Let's try to see in this our main.jsx file. I will just make changes to my main.jsx file. Saving it, changing the directory. Starting the server. Coming back to our browser. We'll go to the port number 5173. And whenever I will click on this, it is not giving me the pop-up menu. Why it is so? Okay, it is being disabled over here. So we'll have to provide value as, let's say, false. I think now it will give us the toaster. So it was initially disabled. That is why we were not seeing the colored way. Let me zoom out this. When I will click on this, I will get the toaster which says hello world over here. So initially it was defined as disabled, that by default was taking disabled as true. And when I have set the value for the disabled as false, it is giving me the toaster as saying hello world. Try to run this at your end also and share the screenshot if you are also getting the same thing. And if you have any doubts, and you can just set it in the chat box. I will see it because I won't be able to see what you are sending the messages if I am sharing my screen.
Hello,
Yes,
ma'am.
Harshit? Yes.
We in the ma'am written statement, we wrote the disable. Then why the we wrote that in the button, ma'am? In the button.
Basically, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I understood. Basically, they are just taking the example. So when this disabled was written, you can see the color of the button was different from what we are seeing over here. See, right now in my code, I have disabled as false, right? And when I will remove this particular thing, that will take the value as true over here, and you will see the difference in the this particular button. So basically they are just showing you the different thing, the use of disabled. It is just showing you how you can just call this function. Like it is showing you, giving an example how you can render different functions dynamically in your HTML code. Disabled is just a example that they are showing you how it is giving different functionality when you're using this particular keyword. Because we were discussing about the Boolean variables initially. We were discussing about the Boolean attributes. So it is just showing you how you can use true and false different values and different functionality will be occurring. Okay, so is my screen visible to everybody or not? It is visible. Okay, let me share again. Uh, Vala, you should just see if you are able to see now my screen. I am in my meet only right now. Okay. Harshad, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Basically, over here, they are just giving you an example how you can use true and false different values and you will get a different functionality. Initially, it was set to disabled. So that is why the color of the button was lighter, that you won't be able to use that button. And when it was set to true, its color changed and we can use the functionality over there. Just an example how you can use the Boolean variables and you will have a different functionality. Next, we have the style attribute. So we have already seen that style attribute is a kind of providing the styling to our elements, uh, we were doing in the HTML, which was called as inline styling. So over here also it provides us. We just have to provide inside any constant, and then inside the style attribute, we will provide the object for our styling. See, you can see over here that whatever styles they are providing, it is inside this my styles variable, and that is a kind of object format only. And this object is being rendered, is being passed inside this style attribute. So when we have provided this. Let's check this one in our code also. So when I have my
Excuse me,
text
ma'am.
as my car.
Ma'am, your screen is not visible, ma'am.
Is it for everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am. Now.
Okay, so let's check the browser. I have my car over here and even the background behind this particular text. And when I will make any changes in my styling, that like it says light yellow, I will provide it to black and that will change the functionality over here. Why is that so? Because I have already rendered this particular object into my style, and whatever changes I will make over here, it will be rendered in this particular object. So that is how inline styling can be done in the React.js. Next is notice two things about the example above. The styles are stored in an object, as I told you, and styling properties are written in camel case. Like over here, background color is using the camel case, font size is also using the camel case. How you can understand this? First, the letter will be in the small letter, but the next word that will be meaningful will start from the capital letter. So that is what they're telling you, that styling properties are also using the camel case and not as they were used in the JavaScript. So this is one of the important difference between HTML and JSX. In the HTML, we were using this kind of format to represent any property, but over here in the JSX, in the JavaScript, in the React.js, we are using the camel case. So again, they are just giving us the example. Exercise for us, complete the JSX code with the correct attribute names. I have my card component and the styling object, and the button has been started and the cell is closed. The text is click me. So over here, button style has been rendered. So what will come? Styling will come. And then is equal to button primary. What will be the next answer to this? Next fill in the blanks. I'm showing you the question. This can be a class name. Basically, this over here will be on click, because whenever this on click functionality will occur, it is using an arrow function and the alert will be occurred and that will show us the toaster for click. But
Ma'am,
for
that
this, class.
ma'am, we wrote the one click are not camel in case, are not in camel case. That's why that got error.
On click is not camel case. I think over here it will be class name. Let's see. Because over here we are passing the object which is button style, so that will be inside the styling attribute, and even here it is providing us the functionality that alert will be occurred whenever the click functionality will happen, so that can come in the on click, and over here this can be the class name. Let's see,
Ma'am,
because class
on
won't be
clicking,
there.
ma'am, on click it is not in camel case. Sorry.
Okay,
So
okay. So this will be the property. Let's see. Right, you were right that I got confused with the camel case and the lower case. That's correct. Yes. Is it clear to everybody? Next, we have JSX if statements. So if statements, but not inside React supports if statements, but not inside JSX. How will they be used? To be able to use conditional statements in JSX, you should put the if statements outside of the JSX, or you can use the ternary expressions. So over here, they have used the if statement, but inside, but that is out of the return statement. And then this will be rendered if the value of x is 10. So all the code part, all the logical part is being done outside this return function, and then directly the return function is being called. So that is how a simple function is also being written. Whenever you write any code inside any other languages and you create a function, so all the logical part is uh, after the function is being created, and then the return keyword just returns whatever we want after the function is being uh, run. So over here, all the expressions, all the logical part is before the return part, which says over here they have just created the random variable. Then they have assigned the apple value to the y, and they are just checking if x is less than 10. If it is less than 10, then that will change the value for y, and y will be rendered using this curly braces. So let's check this out in our system also. Again, main.jsx is changed, and we will see over here banana is being printed over here. Let's change the value. If I give any another value to this, just changing the expression and updating the code, I will see ideally I should see now apple over here. Let's see if I'm getting apple. Yes. So it is just saying that you can use the if condition, if code, but that should be outside the return keyword. Try testing it on your system also. Apart from this method, we can also use ternary operator. So in this ternary operator, it is a way of using if-else condition only. What happens over here is that, first of all, this x is being rendered. So it is just checking this 5 value, and it is checking for this condition. If x is less than 10, so it will go to this particular value. So any value that is after this question mark, which is a ternary operator, is for the true. If the condition is true, then this particular code or expression, which is before the colon, will be rendered. And if it is false, so the code or the expression that is being written after this colon will be rendered. So what is happening over here? It is just checking for this value. If it is less than 10, if it is less than 10, then it will render banana. Otherwise, it will return apple for us. So we will see over here also, since its value is 5, the value is true. It is giving us the banana over here. Let's check for in our system also. So it will give us banana. And if I go and change the value, peach, and that will render peach for me. And if I change the condition, if it is less than or greater than 10, that will give me apple over here. Try testing all the possible uh, things that can occur, possible conditions whenever you run any code. Are you all able to understand?
No, ma'am.
So what did you not understood? Harshad?
Hello, ma'am. Hello.
Yes,
Can I audible?
yes, you are audible.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. You wrote that the conditioner that I mean I don't understand how they work. Matlab, if the value
Okay.
is something like 11 greater than 10, then what will the outcome of that product? That's-
See, over here, I have, first of all, this function is being called like we do. Basically, not a function, but a component is being created in the React, as we say. So, fruit component is being created. Next, it is defining a constant value, const x is equal to 5. And then it is giving us another variable, which is y, and apple is being stored inside y. Next is if condition. So, what is happening? It is checking for this particular condition. If this x, which is 5, is less than 10, so the y value will be changed to banana. And then if it is not less than 10, so it will remain apple only. Next, we are returning h1 inside the h1 heading. We are returning this y value. So whatever changes have been made inside the y, if the changes have been made and if the changes have not been made, so it will be rendered inside the y value. So we can see over here that initially we have given the x as 5, so it is automatically less than 10, which says that the condition is true. So the code has gone to this particular line, which is y is equal to banana. So initially y was equal to apple, and now it has been changed to banana over here. That is why inside this return function, inside this h1 heading, it is being rendered banana. And if I make changes over here, if I make changes, let's say inside this value, which is 15, I am changing the value for x. Now it will again check for this condition, which is x less than 10. But now the value of x is 15, which is not less than 10. So the value of y will remain to apple only. And when now I will try to check for the output, it will give me apple as the output over here. See, I'm getting apple. But initially, as it is showing us that it was giving us banana. It is just the simple if else condition. Here they have just used if condition over here. Is it clear to you now?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
So that was if condition. Again, we have got this exercise function mood check complement component is being created, and happy is set to be true, which is a boolean value. Now what will return? So complete the ternary expression to show one if happy, otherwise zero. So first of all, it will check for the happy. Next, it comes the ternary operation. And what will be the other fill in the blanks? Let me show you the questions. Just fill out these fill in the blanks. And the question is that using the ternary operation, you have to show one if happy, otherwise it will be showing zero. There is a mistake in your colon where you have placed the colon. It won't come simultaneously, and you have skipped the colon over here. Okay, the answer will be, so first it will check for the value, whatever happy contains, and then the ternary operator. So now next thing that I will give this ternary operator statement will be the true condition. If it is happy, what it should return? It should return 1. So I will provide the 1 over here. Next, I would want a differentiation for my true and false value. So for that, I have this colon. So this one was my true value. Now this one is my colon, which will differentiate with my true and false value. So what should be the false value? If the happy is set to false, it will give me 0. So let's check this. It is correct. So the correct answer will be yes, Rocky, you are right. First of all, it will check for the happy variable, then the ternary operator, then the true condition, which is 1 over here, as it is true condition. And next, the differentiator operator, and then the 0, which is the false condition. Yes, that's correct. I hope it is clear to you how this ternary operator is being working. Okay. The next is React components. Components are like functions that return HTML elements. That is why we create components like functions only. Components are independent and reusable bits of code. They serve the same purpose as JavaScript functions, but work in isolation and return HTML. Because we are creating all the components independently and they can then be reused or rendered anywhere in any of the other components by just importing them. That is why they are independent and they work in isolation. They do not depend on each other. Yes, of course, if you create a chain of the components, then they will not be independent. They will be dependent on each other, but their functionality is independent. Components come in two types, class components and function components. In this tutorial, we all will concentrate on function components. As you can see, we create mostly the components using function only. In older React code bases, you may find class components primarily used. It is now suggested to use function components along with hooks instead of class components. So class components are still supported. If you create your component, that is how we create using this function keyword. And how do we render this component? We just render it by providing this particular statement, which is just providing the name of the component and using this slash, which says the termination of the component, and then the these greater than or equal to signs. So that is how you render your component. So what are props? Arguments can be passed into a component as props, which stands for properties. Basically, these props are the parameters that we define inside the normal functions that are defined that you must have read in the JavaScript. So these are the parameters only, but in React, we say that these parameters are called as props over here. As we can see over here also that this function car will need a prop, a parameter to run this function. So initially over here also they are providing this color as red, which is the argument, and this argument will be set to parameter over here, which in React is called as props. And then this props will be rendered using the props.color. So you can see the accessibility method is like you are trying to access an object. Like in the object also we use the dot operator and the properties of the object. So accessibility method is same as object only. Then you can also create the chain of components as I told you. Initially, they have created the car component, which says I am a car inside the heading to tag. And next the function, next the component that they are creating is garage over here, which is printing, which is running who lives in my garage, and then car is being called. So what will this return? So whenever this garage will be rendered in our main file, first of all, it will print who lives in my garage. Then this car component is being rendered. That the functionality will go over here and it will print I am a car also. So two lines will be printed. We can see over here. who lives in my garage, and the next statement from the car component is I am a car owner. Let's check this out in our system also. So I'm getting who lives in my garage, and then I am a car. Who lives in my garage is the statement from my garage component, and I am a car is the statement from my cars component, which is being rendered inside the garage. So it is like a chaining of components, and that is how we can chain multiple components over here. Even when we were just creating app.js over here, this app.js is the component only. And inside this component, we were rendering multiple components which we have created independently out inside the source folder or inside the components folder. So this is the chaining of the components only. Next, we can also render a component twice, like so two lines will be printed, I am a car and I am a car. So that is the functionality of reusability only. That is why it is telling you that components are like functions only. Over here, they are just changing the values for the profs. So it will give us I am a Ford or I am a BMW. Why is that so? Because now they have uh, given the car function the parameters, which is props, and they are just changing the value for each of the properties. So initially they name the brand as Ford, and in the next statement, next rendering statement, they are giving the value as BMW. That is why it is changing the values dynamically in our website.
Uh-huh.
So next we have components in files. We have already seen this, that we create multiple components inside the source folder with the extension .jsx, which is for the React that we are using. And we can directly um, render it on our app.jsx file. Or it is just giving you another method how you can render it using main.jsx file. So just give me the answer. How can you render a component called house in React? The root dot render will be used, but how you will call the component? Yes, that's correct. You will just provide the component by terminating the component over here. That's correct. Next, we have React classes. So before React, class components were the only way to track state and life cycle on a React component, but function components were considered as stateless initially. But with the addition of hooks, function components are now almost equivalent to class components. So they are just giving you the same thing. And we have seen the props also. As I told you, it is the properties that we provide to our function, as we were doing in the uh, JavaScript, we were providing parameters to our functions. Just read them out when by the end of this session, you will get to know. Let's see React events. So just like HTML DOM events, React can also perform actions based on the user events. Like we have seen in the JavaScript, we have multiple events like on click, on press, or double click, or key press, key up, something such events were there in the JavaScript also. Even React provides us with those additional events. Like over here, they are giving the example for on click. So whenever the button will be clicked, it will give us the statement, take the shot. So that will be rendered in our web page. Let's see this example over here. So when I will click on this particular take the shot button, it will give me the toaster which says great shot. Why is that so? Because they have provided that inside this football component, the shoot function is being created, which will give me the alert for great shot. And when this button will be on click, so this is the property they are giving the to the button. And when this on click will be occurred as the event, this shoot will be called, and this shoot will create will give me the toaster which says the rich on. So similarly, we can provide the arguments also like we do in our function. So again, it is over here they are using the arrow function. That is why they have named the arguments over here. But when the arrow functions were not being used, they were just calling it as the profs over there. So just see, there's a very slight difference, but do not get confused. The functionality is same. So this particular A will be shoot with the A. So this A will take the value from this goal, which will be goal over here, and then alert A. So what this alert A will print, let's see, it will just give me the goal value. See, so whatever attribute that I have specified over here inside the shoot function is being rendered, is being given inside this toaster. So that was all React events for you. Let's solve this exercise. In React, which is the correct way of adding a mouse over event to trigger a function called run now. See, yes. So on mouse over, run now will be called and the text will be lorem ipsum. That is just a random text. That's correct. So just read out these particular articles that are easy to understand. You will understand. I will move on to hooks over here. So what are hooks? So hooks allow functions to have access to state and other React features without using classes. They provide a more direct API to React components like prop, state, context, references, and lifecycle. So basically, these hooks will be providing a dynamic functionality for your web pages. If any of the dynamic changes have to be made, how they will be made. So that is how hooks will be taking the control. Let's see what are hooks. Hooks are the functions that let you hook into the React state and lifecycle feature from functional components. Just see this example, you will understand it. First of all, it is importing the use state library in from the React. So whenever you would want to change, you would want any functionality, a dynamic functionality over your components, you will use hook. And for using this hook, you will have to import the use state library from the React. Again, this one is the normal create root library that we import every time. Now, this favorite color is being component is being created. You can see this new line which says const color and set color, and this use state function is being called. So what this statement is doing, whenever we use state, which is a function and for the hooks only, you provide two variables, which is a color and the set color. You won't name this as similar as same color and set color. They are trying to change the color over here. That is why they have given the name color and set color. For example, if you are creating a component for the car and you are trying to change the value of its speed, let's say. So you will write over here use state and over here speed, whatever change that you want to make. And then for the variables that you will give to this use state is will be speed and set speed. So whatever functionality you are creating for whatever work, you will name the variables as that only. The normal variable and then the set variable that will be added before the variable. over here, the color and set color is simultaneous, but only this set is being added. Let's see the functionality, what is happening over here with this code. First of all, this my favorite color is color will be printed. So that will print. What that will print for us? Initially, we have red color. Let's see the. Initially, I have my color as red because over here it is setting the value as red over here. So initially, what is happening? This color has the value red. Okay, and set color doesn't have any value for now. So it will render my favorite color is red over here. Next, when I have this button, which is saying blue as text, what is happening over here? Type is the button, which is the normal statement. Then whenever I will click on this button, it will change the value for this color, and using this set color variable, the color of the color value, basically the value of this color will change to blue. So when I will click on this blue button, it will change the color value to this blue. And that is being done using this set color variable. So in the use state hook, what is happening? You will provide two variables. First one will be having the value that will provide that you will provide initially. Like you can see over here in this color variable, initial value that was given inside this use state was the red. And when any functionality is being done, any dynamic functionality you would want to do in your website, you will use this set color value to change the value for the previous variable. Like when this button will be was clicked, it will set the color, and what the value will be changed? This color value will be changed, which is set to blue. And now if I click on this red, again the value will be changed to red, which is by using this set color variable only. And when I will click on this pink button, it will change to pink. And that is all being done using this set color variable. Did you understood how this use state is being used for your dynamic functionality? Initially, you will provide a value, and next when you will want to change the value, you will use the set color variable. And that is all being done using the use state hooks in the React.js. I know this is a very slightly difficult thing. Did you all understood even a little bit? Okay. So that was use state for you. Just read this article later on. A very simple. So you must import hooks from React, and this use state will be used. Next is giving you the use state functionality only. What is the use state? So this use state hooks allows us to track state in the function, and you can see over here they are telling you that it has two variables, first value and the second value, and that is how use state can be used. Just read this article, and if you have any doubts, you may ask in the next session. Then you have the another important hooks, which is used effect. So the use effect hooks allows you to perform side effects in your components, and that will take the two parameters. Initially, it will take the function parameter and then the dependency parameter. So what is happening over here? It is just taking the function. Okay, let me run this code. So again, they have used this use state hooks only, which is having initially count is set to 0, and set count will be changed. How it is being changed? Using this use effect. So what is happening? How use effect is being used? Use state, what it does? It will just change the value for the element once, but use effect will provide the better control over your elements. Like for example, over here also, what is happening? Initially, the count was set to 0, and this set count will be used again and again to change the value for the count, right? So over here, use effect is being used for that. Initially, as you can see, is taking the set timeout function. So what this set timeout function is doing over here, it is changing the step count value, which is adding the count value to 1. So after this 1000 is for 1 second. So after 1 second, it is automatically incrementing the value of the count, and that is a continuous process which is being done by the set count function over here. So multiple features are being used for this continuous process. Initially, use state is being used to set the value of the count, and set count will be called again and again. It is kind of a loop only. It will be called again and again by this set timeout function, which is being inside this use effect. So let's see what the theory says. Use effect runs on every render. That means that when the count changes, a render happens, which then triggers another effect. So as you can see, it is a continuous process that will render the component multiple times. And that is why use effect helps you with the changing the functionality, changing the value of your component, whatever functionality you would want. That should be a continuous process. That is where use effect will be used. I hope it is clear to you. Okay, so just do one thing, read these articles at your end. The hooks still use effect that will be used prominently when you will create the uh, project. And these articles that are simple articles that tell you how you can use multiple components in the React.js. They are just easy to understand and you will be able to understand. And that is all for the today. Again, today is Friday and you will be making a project using React.js, and you will be presenting from Monday onwards. By the next week, you will get a off for the 2 days, which is Saturday and Sunday, and you will get sufficient time for making your project also. And again, in the similar way, you will get the PDF. You would have to choose the project from that particular PDF. Anyone you can make, and you can show me uh, in the next sessions, like we were doing in this week. Is it clear? Okay, so if you don't have any doubts, then you are now allowed to leave the call. Thank you for being in this session till the end. And we will meet on Monday with your projects. Thank you, everyone.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am, I have one doubt.
yes, you may ask.
Ma'am, in the group, they have shared one link where we have to share the GitHub links of each one respectively in a form, in a Google form, and name of the week one project also. And they have mentioned all the 6 weeks like that. And when I'm trying to fill for week one and trying to submit, it is not being submitted, ma'am.
Yes, you can just write NA for the other uh, thing, like the week 2, week 3 you don't have right now. You just write NA and then submit it. And later on, you will be able to update your form also. They have the
Okay.
functionality, like you will just write NA for your for other values for week 2, week 6. And when you will submit it, you will get the button for update the form. So whenever you will be creating your other week projects, you will have to update that form.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
No problem.
Excuse ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, offer letter is not received, ma'am. Just 1 week ago.
Offer letter is being sent to everybody, but since there are many students, that is why it is getting delayed. You will get your offer letters.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Because I'm
No
submitting
problem.
some. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
I'm submitting any portfolio like a LinkedIn profile like posted, but I'm not receiving offer letter because I told
You
you.
will get the offer letter. Definitely.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Good day, ma'am.
Have a nice day. Bye. Any doubts from you guys? Anything you want to ask? Satya, Mariam, Rocky, Rahul, do you all have any doubts? Anything you want to ask? Same project for React, maybe. Yes, you may do that, but you will have to choose from the list that will be posted by the night. It is the same process like you have got for the 1 week project list. You have chosen the one of the project and presented it. Similarly, you will get the list of the projects for the week 2. You will choose any one project and then you will complete that. Okay, thank you, Satyan. So if you don't have any doubts, you are allowed to leave the call now. Shaz, Harsh, Devendra, anything you want to ask?